Hey guys, what's going on? Kara here from BuzzGadgets.com, and today in this video we're going head to head with the Verizon iPhone 4 and the AT&T iPhone 4. So without further ado, hang on to your seats and let's get into this video. Alright guys, so here we are with the AT&T and the Verizon phone. The Verizon phone on the left side and the AT&T iPhone on the right side. You'll notice two key differences right off the bat by looking at the box. You'll notice that the antenna aren't the same. The antenna here on the Verizon iPhone is right above the vibrate switch button, while the AT&T antenna is right above, or right at the very top, right next to the microphone, the headphone jack, while the Verizon iPhone does not have it up there. So Apple supposedly fixed the antenna gate issue with the Verizon iPhone. So hopefully, while I was using it, I did not experience any problems with the with losing signal. I've been just fine with it. We're gonna go and open them both up here. If you haven't seen my unboxing, be sure to check it out. But if you don't want to check it out, we're gonna go through here and just show you guys. You guys probably already know what's in the package as well. It's fairly simple. Similar to the other iPhones as well. You'll get the main literature and the headphones, the 30-pin dock connector charge and sync cable, and the wall charger as well. And that goes for both iPhones and other versions such as the 3GS, 3G. All the same for all that. So we're going to set all that stuff to the side and get into the main attraction. Alright guys, so here we are with both phones. We're going to do some speed tests on it real quick. And the first thing I'm going to do with both phones is actually run the speed test application to get some numbers and some ideas of how they compare before we start going into Safari and loading up pages and getting some real live test. So it's finding my local server here and getting the ping number here, and we'll see the numbers blow up. So it looks like AT&T is doing quite well with the 3G there. I'm getting almost twice, actually I'm getting over twice the speed. With Verizon I got 1.71. And with AT&T I'm getting 3.88 Mbps. So that's actually is almost fast as my home DSL is. And I live in the middle of nowhere, so if you're wondering why I don't have cable, that is why. On the upload speeds, I'm getting 0.75 on Verizon's network and 1.24 on AT&T's network, which is close to being double as well. So that was just a little bit of a real quick demo there to show you guys where the speeds stand. We're going to open up a couple of web pages here to get some real live tests, because you can't always depend on the stats to show you. Oops, that was a bit fair, so let's stop them both and refresh it. Alright, there we go. That looked a little more fair. It looks like AT&T is well, they're both loading up different pages now. So the AT&T one is loading up the mobile site, and Verizon is opening up the main page. So I'm going to try a different website here. So even though I cleared my cache, it still occurred. Let's try CNN. Stop them both. There we go. Hopefully this works better. There we go. Verizon is done, and AT&T is still loading. Now that we got the mobile site up, let's go down and load the actual full page. There we go. And let's see how this works out. It looks like Verizon's doing fairly well. Verizon's already got it up. AT&T is still in the transit of even working there. Verizon is just about done. And it's Nick. So Verizon took that one. Oops, wrong button. Let's try to run one more here. Let's see what else we can do here. Let's try this is a hard one. Let's try Yahoo. and see how this one is. It's going to load up Yahoo's mobile page, but that's fine. We'll take it. It looks like that one is like a pretty neck-to-neck one there. So as far as noticing your data speeds, you probably won't notice it as long as you're using it on your phone, but if you're going around tethering and using a hotspot, you may notice a bit of a slug if you've got slower download speeds, especially when you have multiple connections. So we're going to take a quick look at hotspot on the Verizon iPhone 4. It's still running 4.2.6, which is the latest firmware version available. And my iPhone 3G, iPhone 4 on AT&T is running 4.3. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and open up Hotspot in the Settings application and show you guys a little quick demonstration of what it looks like. Now the first thing you'll see is the option to turn it on, which you're going to do if you're going to use it, and also ask you if you want to use it over Wi-Fi or enable it over Bluetooth or through USB. When you connect it over USB, if you're using a Mac, it'll automatically prompt you whether you want to change your network settings to use the hotspot or give it permission to use the hotspot over the USB connection. I normally use it over Wi-Fi, which I've done for the past few days, occasionally when I'm out. But it'll tell you here, your SSID will be the name of your phone, whatever you've named it. In my case, my phone is named Kayer's iPhone. And what I'm going to do here is actually use the AT&T iPhone to connect to the hotspot. So I'm going to go over the settings on this phone here and go to Wi-Fi and turn on my Wi-Fi. And you'll see the first SSID up there is Kayer's iPhone. So I'm going to select that, and it's going to say a hotspot connected. It already has a password in there because I've used the same password for a while now. So normally if you've never used it before and it asks you for the password, you just want to enter that password in there. Now the thing is, you want to change your password, you just select it, and you can simply hit the X there to clear it and put in a new password. And you can hit done once you're done. You must have at least a minimum of 8 characters to use the password. And also at the bottom there's instructions showing you how to exactly pair it to your computer, or if you're using another device as well. So if you've got an iPad, you can easily tether to this as well to save on the second data plan. However, this data plan will cost you about $20 to $30 in between there, depending on which package you get. So let's back out up here real quick. One more thing, speaking of data, that I want to mention is you will not be able to make phone calls and search the web as well at the same time on the Verizon's network, but you can on AT&T's network. I'm going to show you a quick demonstration of that real quick. I'm just going to pull this phone back here, and while I dial the number, I'm going to call my AT&T phone so we can get a look at that. Should have a phone call coming in just any minute now. And I'm actually going to set that on mute so I don't hear myself echo through both phones, along with the camera speaker here. And there it is. It took a little while, but there it is. They're both on Wi-Fi. Actually, I'm going to go back out, and I think I turned off hotspot, but hotspot automatically turns on Wi-Fi, so I'm going to go ahead and shut them both off. If you're on Wi-Fi, you don't have to worry. You can use data at the same time. But I'm going to mute that real quick because I can hear myself echo already. But I'm going to open up Safari, and the AT&T doesn't want to give me a message because I'm allowed to use data and voice on there at the same time. However, the Verizon iPhone will tell me cellular data connections are not available during this call. And if you try to load a page, it'll say Safari cannot open the page because there is no 3G connection. If you'll notice, the AT&T still has a 3G logo there, whereas the Verizon iPhone doesn't while you're in the phone call. But as soon as I hang up on this call, you'll notice that I get it back. Which is nice. However, hopefully they do something like that and fix it up, because I think data and voice are simultaneously are getting much more popular now as we're going through this. Because I constantly find myself on the phone all the time and needing to use the internet or check my email for some important information. So this is the speed test. There's a couple more things I want to mention that I've noticed some key differences between the two phones. While I was listening to the iPod just through the speaker on both phones, You know, I pause one and start the other, pause one and start the other continuously. But there's one thing they all had in common, and I noticed that the Verizon iPhone 4 speaker is much louder than it is on the AT&T. I mean, it's not clear, it sounds the same, but it's just louder. Also, the buttons, such as the home button, are much more sturdy on the Verizon iPhone. They just seemed a lot more tighter. So guys, that just about wraps it up from this video from me. Be sure to check us out at buzzgadgets.com for the latest tech news and product reviews. And until then guys, I'll see you guys in the next video.